Hi there, I'm James with Rally Corp with your Mobile Minute. Today, we're going to tackle deliverability with SMS. Now, you've heard the statistics before that SMS has a 90% plus open rate, and all these SMS companies, text messaging companies, just love to tout that claim. And listen, of course it does. You have to open the text message to clear it. So we don't really like that statistic here at Rally. Yes, it's on my website. We talk about it because everybody else is talking about it. But if we have a conversation together, I'm going to focus on a couple of aspects beyond just deliverability of the open. And we're going to look at things like, what is the click rate? How many text messages are being replied to or clicked on? And how do we measure that? Because that's a true measurement of engagement, not whether or not someone swiped a message to get rid of it, but did they actually connect with it and engage with it? And that's what we're tracking at Rally Course. So I'm going to talk about the main building blocks, if you would, towards deliverability. Now, as this graphic suggests, it is a domino effect. And if we get any aspect of this wrong, the other dominoes may fail to fall. But the first domino can be quite small and it can have a cascading effect. So by the time you get to the last point of like how many people actually clicked on it, that is a real measure of success, and it's a much bigger number to watch topple. It's very rewarding to see site traffic, for example, on Google Analytics, which we integrate with. But it's really exciting to watch a text message go out and then the meters peg with the number of people hitting your donation form or your website. That's just an incredible feeling. That's what we're after. That's the high I chase. Okay, so let's talk about the 4 building blocks of deliverability. The first building block that we have to get right, and if we don't, nothing else will fall, and that's compliance. And the reason we have to get compliance right, as the name would suggest, we want to do things right. You can't be a human-centered text messaging company and not get compliance right. But the reason we want to get compliance right is if you don't get compliance, your messages aren't even going to get sent. They're not even going to be delivered. And this is a dirty little secret that a lot of texting tools will not tell you. They will take your money and they will send your message into the ether, but it doesn't do anything because it's actually not getting delivered. Okay, so here's a couple of reasons why that might be. Number one, if any content of your text message falls under what's called SHAFT, that's SHAFT, stands for sex, hate, firearms, alcohol, and tobacco. If anything in your message even remotely sounds like that, you're going to be high spam filtering, number one. Number two, if you're using Bitly or a shortlink service in a domain that you do not own, including the Rally link domain that we used to offer our customers, we now have a custom domain we give customers. But if you're using a non-branded shortlink service like Bitly or Short.io or whatever, tiny URL, then your messages are being filtered almost immediately. Definitely on AT&T, but we're seeing it now across other networks as well. Okay, so the content of your message, the type of link you're sending has everything to do with whether or not the carriers are going to say, nope, we're not delivering this message. Now, it's a dirty little secret because here's the thing. Texting companies will take your money and they'll attempt to send your message. AT&T will just block it as filtered. It'll never show up on the phones and you'll be none the wiser. Unless the carriers are passing that error code back like we do and telling you that it's not working, you'll never know it. That's a real waste of money. So if you've ever sent a text message and you're like, well, that didn't work, it probably didn't get delivered. All right. So the content of your message, the links within your message has everything to do with deliverability, but there's a step before that, and that is the phone number itself. Now, Rally Corp is a member of what's called the campaign registry. To send a text messaging to the US mobile number, if you're sending any kind of bulk, what's called A2P or automated text messaging, you've got to be registered with the campaign registry. If you're not a registered verified sender, then automatically the carrier network will reject your number straight away. So the surest way to get your messages to fail to deliver on the compliance front is not registering your phone number. Second is not really inspecting the quality of your text using tools like what we provide to understand, like, is this message going to be filtered or flagged or not? And then, of course, the types of links you're sending. Those are some very basic things. Any automated platform like Rally Corp will be monitoring for certain keywords like stop. And you probably know this already, but if you get a text message from an automated system, you can just reply stop, right? So all messages that go out will say, hey, reply stop to unsubscribe. So first order of business, register your phone number with the campaign registry or work with a vendor like Rally Corp that will do it for you. Make sure that you're registering that number with compliance. Make sure we're capturing consent through the sign up. I'll do a separate video on that here in a bit. But this is your mobile minute. James at rallycorp.com. Stop by our website, mash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Have a great day.